Top Flight TV, Mr. Top Flight Films. First and foremost, man, before I begin today, I want to thank everybody who is not out here picking a side, right? And when I mean picking a side, I mean a Democrat, Republican side. I want to shout out to y'all, man. I want to shout out to the critical thinkers, people who are thinking for themselves, people who are doing the research, doing the investigation, and who are not just being brainwashed. Because there's a lot of people that I realize and I see that are brainwashed. You dig? So I wanted to get that out the way. This is not a channel of hate. This is not a channel of racism. This is not a pro-black channel. This is a pro-justice channel. You dig? And that's what I stand for. But today, we gonna get no Sambo's ass. Yeah, those self-hate Negroes. We gonna talk about them today. I'm gonna try to be nice, but I hate the y'all know who I'm talking about. The black people who want to be white so bad. The black people who want to be accepted by white people so bad. We talking about them today. I can't stand those type of Negroes. I'm gonna try to be nice. I can't promise. I can't make any promises. Okay, so yeah. Today, as I scroll through my timeline, I see more ignorance. I see more bias. A lot of this stuff is biased. A lot of the stuff you see on the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter is very biased. People generally believe what they want to believe. And me knowing that that's a human trait, I have to keep that in mind. When I form opinions, when I form my train of thought, I have to say, okay, is this biased? Are you being biased, sir? And I have to go do the research, and I have to go to both sides. And I have to look over here. I have to look where I don't want to look. I have to look at the side that I don't want to believe. And I got to do a comparative analysis. See, a lot of these people don't know what a comparative analysis is. You understand? So, as I scroll through social media today, it's a lot of black folks. I know these people. I had relationships with these people. Today, I don't want nothing to do with these people. It's nothing. I don't really want you in my circumference. You're very dangerous, and we're gonna talk about all that. I'm gonna break that down. But as you go and you look, you'll see black people who are Charlie Kirk sympathizers, and it can only be three things, in my opinion. One thing is that they are not. They don't recognize the racism that Charlie Kirk was pushing. They don't realize what his purpose was. That's one, ignorance. Two, if you see a black person on here sympathizing with Charlie Kirk, you have to ask them their ethnic background. And I'm not saying that to be mean. You have to ask them their ethnic background. Where are they from? Where is their family? It's just a must. You have to do it. Before you even get into a dialogue with these people, you have to say, hey, is your family from Jamaica, Africa, other parts of the Caribbean? Where are you from, my man? And it's not to be rude or cruel. It is because not all black people are cut the same. We're not all the same people. A lot, and shout out to all my Jamaicans that I fuck with real heavy. Y'all know I fuck with y'all Haitians, Africans. You dig? Y'all know what it is. I ain't even gotta say nothing. And I think y'all know that there's a certain stock that comes from your homeland that they get over here and they want to side with white supremacy. You understand? So when you see a lot of these people online with a black face and they are anti-black and they are sucking the nuts of races, you gotta understand there's a major chance that they're not foundational black American. And that's fine. You don't have to be foundational black American. You understand? But I saw a video where it was a lady from, I think she was from Africa or Jamaica. She was bawling over Charlie Kirk's death. She was so upset, boo-hoo crying. Okay, and that's not how we get down, bro. That's just not what we do. I'm gonna get to the comments. Y'all hold tight. The third thing. So we got ignorance. All right, some black people just don't know. They don't have the eye and the ear to listen and see what's really going on. You understand? So we got ignorance. We got black people who are not from the lineage. The third one is you just got black folks that really hate themselves and they hate their people. You have black Americans that do not like themselves, who do not like who they are, who their people are, and they want acceptance by white people, and they want it really bad, okay? Either they want to have close proximity to white women, white men, they want to have opportunity in life. They think they're going to get opportunity in life if they kiss the ass of white people, and they'll do anything to throw their brothers under the bus. You understand? Yeah. So I'm gonna get to the comments. I'll address all comments. You know what I'm saying? It's not a problem. Most of the time, just like, you know, a lot of the Charlie Kirk supporters and Charlie Kirk too, it's an easy task. It's a very easy task to debunk a lot of the shit that y'all be talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's super easy. So y'all hold tight. Let me finish my point and then we'll get it in. I have ended relationships with some people and I'm not mad. I just can't have you around. You understand? Black people who are raccoons, sambos, right? Self-hating black people that want acceptance from the dominant society, they're very dangerous. And I can't have them in my circumference. I can't have them in my circle, man. I never have, and I never will. You know what I'm saying? I'm disgusted with, I'm gonna just call them coons, dog. I'm disgusted with coons. I hope YouTube doesn't mess with my channel because I said that word. But I hate a coon more than I hate racists. You understand? Because it's a deep, deep betrayal. You dig? It's a deep betrayal. And I cannot stand looking at somebody that looks like me, that has the attitude. What's the dude Dave Chappelle played? The Black Klansman? What was his name? Clayton Bigsby. Clayton Bigsby. Y'all remember Clayton Bigsby? It's a whole lot of Clayton Bigsbys. And I did a video a couple weeks ago where I told y'all that is big business now. If I decided to use my platform to talk bad about black people, I could probably get a lot of money. You understand? It's big business because a lot of racist people can use a black face to say the things that they don't want to say. So what you'll see on the internet, you'll see certain black people talking about other black people in the black community in order to appease white people, in order to build a platform. You have the Officer Tatums, you got the Candace Owens, you have the Jesse Lee Petersons, and there are people trying to come up every day with this platform, with this same formula. You understand? And I believe that a lot of these people really do hate themselves and they hate their culture. Candace Owens is not of our culture. She's a Caribbean. So I want to make that real clear. So she has no problem throwing black people underneath the bus. A lot of times, and this is just a fact, y'all, and I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory. A lot of times when Africans and Caribbeans get over here, they're told not to hang with black Americans. Do I have any people that can verify that? I had a friend of mine, it was a chick from Nigeria. Me and her was real cool, right? And she told me, she said she would never date a black American. She said her parents will not allow her to date a black American. And at that point, I had a major culture shock. I had never heard such a thing. She was darker than me. She was black as shit. And I never understood that. She was repulsed by the thought of dating a black American. This is just a fact. This is not hate. This is not being divisive. This was the first time that I was introduced to the concept that there are people who look like me or who are darker than me who do not like black Americans. It's a black American thing. You understand? So, yeah, black as shit. She was black as shit. You heard what I said, bro? She was black as shit, okay? She was dark. She was black, like black as this chair. You know what I'm saying? She was beautiful though. She was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I ended up cracking. You know what I'm saying? You know me. Back in that day when I was single, I was cracking. I was cracking, boy. Like my game was tight. So it wasn't a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though she didn't like Black Americans, I just had that riz, as they say today. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's another story. Um, so it's a lot of black people out here, self-hating black Negroes that want to pander to white people. They want a hug. These niggas need a hug, man. You understand? These people want to be um, rolled out, and they want to they want to pander to white people so they can seem safe. And as they said one of the good ones. I had a dude that I was around, and he said, "Jerris, you're one of the good ones. One of the good ones." And it took me a while to digest that. I'm like, damn, one of the good. What the fuck does he mean, one of the good ones? And when I tell you that racism, see, a lot of these niggas think, a lot of people in general think that racism, I need y'all to hear me clearly. A lot of people think that racism is somebody that doesn't like you. That is not racism. And this is where people are getting confused. People are getting confused because they think that Charlie Kirk liked black people. So what if he liked black people? So what if he hung with black people? So what if he laid in the bed with black people? That is not race. That's not racism, okay? Racism isn't, hey, get away from me, you're black. Racism is the type of racism that we have in 2025 is people spreading propaganda to make us seem inferior and them seem superior. Racism is taking history and trying to rewrite it, taking history out of school books, trying to act like there was never any white supremacy, trying to act like it was all an illusion. Everybody lied about white supremacy. It's never been like that, okay? That's racism, y'all. And if your white friend is pushing that, and if a Charlie Kirk, what makes Charlie Kirk racist, because everybody seems to be confused. Well, what did he say that was racist? People are expecting Charlie Kirk to have a tape out there saying, I hate niggas, fuck black people. No, that's not racism. That's not the racism we have in 2025. The racism that Charlie Kirk was practicing was deflecting from white supremacy. This is his whole job. Charlie Kirk's job was to deflect from white supremacy, focus on the crimes that happen in the black community, in other communities, and other topics and issues, but I'm just speaking for the black community right now. His job was to deflect from white supremacy, focus on the crimes in the black community, okay? Make us seem inferior, as he did with the DEI stuff, what had nothing to do with us. I don't care about DEI. The black pilots, the black women have low IQs, whatever he said. Do y'all see the pattern? So you're not gonna get a blatant, you're not gonna get an outright, oh, fuck these niggas. You're not gonna get outright, I hate black people. No, what you're gonna get is propaganda, okay? You understand? No problem. I'm gonna get to the comments. Y'all hold tight. I'll get to all the comments. But today, I really wanna talk to the black Kirk supporters. You understand? These are the people who I'm focused on today. I spanked the racists yesterday. The racists got their ass spanked yesterday. They can get a little something today too, okay? Because it's easy work. It's very easy work. But I just want to tell all the black Kirk supporters that you're not going to get any butter biscuits, okay? You're not going to get any brownie points. Let me tell y'all one thing. All of the black Charlie Kirk sympathizers, let me tell you, the people that you're trying to pander to, they look at you with a side eye. Okay? They don't have respect for you. They don't respect you either, brother. You understand that? That's what you need to understand. They look at you like a fucking circus clown. Look at this nigga over here trying to please us, turning on his people to try to please us. You understand? So you're not gonna get any butter biscuits, you're not gonna get any brownie points. At the end of the day, you're still gonna suffer from white supremacy and racism, whether you know it or not, because a lot of these niggas are confused. They just don't understand, okay? Let's get to some of these beautiful, beautiful comments, man. Shout out to all my FBA. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm gonna get to these comments. If you got a long comment that I gotta read, send a super chat. Let's go. Let's see. So GQ Hall says, so you shouldn't have sympathy for others. See now, we're already starting off on a bad foot. JP, when did you ever hear me say that? Matthew Fisk says racist much. Matthew, what did I say that was racist? Texas Bama in the building. What's up, baby? Justin Peterson said the people ain't buying your BS. You see, I'm not selling. Okay. Buy. There's nothing to buy because I'm not selling. You understand? Not selling y'all anything. See, the thing is, if you know, you know. And I understand that a lot of the racists in the chat, they want us to stay asleep. And this is what this whole Charlie Kirk shit was about. This whole Charlie Kirk shit was about you all, the racists, wanting to rewrite history. You want to bury the past and act like it didn't happen. You want to deflect from white supremacy. So when I talk like this, you don't like that. I understand. I get it. You're going to say little dumb shit, victim mentality, this, that, and the third. But I'm not the one in the street crying, talking about fight back. That's not me, all right? Cal, no, what's up? Like I said, man, if you got a long super chat, if you got a long paragraph, send a super chat. Tyler L said, debate me. Sure, Tyler, I would love to debate you. No problem. Let's debate. Michael says, obsessed with white civilization being great. Search, what white civilization are you referring to? Something in Europe, maybe? Because you're not talking about America. It's not a white civilization. Because we built it. Foundational Black Americans built the country, dog. You know that. You know that. White civilization. Come on, man. Sturdy Harris, what up? What's good, homie? Timothy Jackson said MLK and Charlie had the same message. Listen, man, I'm trying to stay calm today. How can they have the same? This is how delusional the racists are. How could Charlie Kirk and MLK have the same message when Charlie Kirk said MLK was a horrible person? Y'all, listen. Y'all don't think this shit through when y'all say certain things. Y'all been just taking major L's. Charlie Kirk getting smoked. Charlie Kirk getting his TV turned off was a major L for white supremacy. Do y'all understand that? And that's why a lot of people are mad. Darius says, can you just talk about why blacks can't sympathize with what happened? Well, let me tell you, Darius, that's great. I like that. The reason why I can't speak for all blacks, but what I will do is speak for myself. The reason why I will not sympathize with it is because he was a propagandist. He didn't sympathize with Trayvon Martin. He didn't sympathize with George Floyd. He didn't sympathize with anybody of my color. And forget that. I know his purpose. I don't even have to itemize his stuff. A lot of us that know who he was, what he was not grassroots. He was funded. A lot of us know this. So we don't have to itemize what he did. We knew his purpose. You understand? We knew what he was here for. He had a job to do. He had a job, okay? And his job was to deflect from white supremacy and rewrite history. So we don't have to go through all the particulars. I won't waste time doing that. John said, we're all brothers and sisters of Christ. Stop trying to divide us. Color means nothing. John, you know that's a lie, homeboy. You know that's a lie. You dig? Angel said, he said y'all were better as slaves. He said a lot of dumb shit, dog. And the only people that were impressed were the people that want to believe this shit. You understand? Now, Charlie said things that were half true. You understand? And A lot of the people that ate that up, they wanted to believe that half of the truth. I would have respected Charlie if he told the whole truth. You know what I'm saying? But he just didn't want to do that. What else we got, man? If you got a long paragraph, man, send a super chat. Chef says your reckoning will come. Amen. No, Charlie's reckoning came. You understand? Listen. Do you know the spiritual importance of what happened? And I think a lot of the races, I think y'all know. I think the reason why you're so mad is because of the spiritual aspect of what happened to Charlie. As he was about to throw black people under the bus once again, he got shot in his fucking neck. You understand? As he was about to deflect from white supremacy and throw black people under the bus, he got taken out. So how am I the divider? I didn't shoot Charlie Kirk. Momo, what it do, homie? Jumping K said, we ain't kill him, so what the F we talk about it for? Well, the reason why I'm talking about it, number one, it's a hot topic. And you know, us content creators, we gonna eat, you know what I'm saying? But number two is because this is a learning lesson. This is a teachable moment. I wanna tell you something, Jumping K, I need you to hear me. If you're a black person or if you're somebody that's about justice, they are trying to rewrite history. They are trying to deny white supremacy. They are trying to act like everything that happened in America was so nice and so lovely, and they made a great place for black people and all this other shit. And we're making it bad. That's the narrative. The narrative is they made such a great place. They did such a great job of having slavery. Now we're fucking it up. This is the craziness, and they're trying to do it in front of our eyes. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of people are buying this shit. Let's get to the super chat. Shout out to Sterlo, my man. Shout out to you, homie. Shout out to you, player. Sturdy Hurd said, make America great again. Landon said, are you for or against Charlie? I'm not for Charlie, sir. There's nothing, let me tell you something. There's nothing to be against Charlie. See, those of us with some intelligence, we're not against Charlie. That shit was nothing. That was like light work. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't even, his rhetoric was such elementary. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing really to be against, man. As you see, white supremacy took him out. It's imploding from the inside. There's nothing for us to even go against him about. You dig? Of course, I disagree with a lot. I'm not against shit. Definitely not for him. These comments is coming fast. I need to slow these joints down. Adam said, you sound ignorant. All right. Convey 5, what it do, my boy? Momo said, they trying to make opinion not racist. Eric said, Kirk is the truth. Well, Kirk was the truth until they turned this TV off, right? Joe Water said, rage bait. Y'all project a lot, bruh. Charlie Kirk was rage bait. Listen, you know, you don't get any points for going to colleges and talking to college kids that been up drinking all night and partying. That, you know what I mean? Like you don't get points. Go debate a equal. Go debate a real scholar. You dig? Real scholars, he wouldn't step foot in front of a real scholar. You dig? Jerry Smith said Charlie Kirk spoke facts. Scorpio said Kirk was definitely rage bait. Yeah, but they telling me I'm rage baiting. You dig? That's hilarious. Goodman, shout out to you, homie. He said them white folks mad. There's a lot of racists super mad. Sterlo said, so what y'all want to do to make it all better? Let me tell you, I'm glad you said that, because I'm about solution. And these fake Charlie Kirk supporters that fake like they want a better America for everybody, we know that's bullshit. Okay? We know that's bullshit. But the solution is, number one, we got to get all these people up out of here, dog. all these politicians that's in office. I'm talking about on both sides. Everybody got to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that nothing happened to them, but we need a new regime. We need new people in that office, bro. We need new people running this shit. People that are really fair. Not just say that they fair. We need real people, man. And it needs to be a diverse crew. You see what I'm saying? That are really about liberty and justice for all. Because what we got now is not that. The Democrats, they're racist. The Republicans, they're racist. All of them want to uphold white supremacy, dog. You dig? Yeah, y'all see, listen. Y'all can look at my comments at all the Charlie Kirk supporters, and you can see the message. You can see the fruit that he bared. You all are the fruit that Charlie Kirk bared. You understand? You can look at the comments and you can see what Charlie Kirk produced. We don't have to say shit or do shit. Look at y'all. Look at y'all, man. Y'all say the same things. Y'all like robots. You like robots. Joe Waters says, and your Section 8 silliness. Yeah, I'm in Section 8 right now, my man. Grime Lord said, regardless of race, we're all being fucked. Yeah. I agree. Hey, bro, let me tell you, I think that's the case. I think no matter, is that my car? No matter race, man, everybody is in this thing. And let me tell you, while Donald Trump, who I haven't had a problem with, but he's looking foolish at this point. Donald Trump went on the news and said that he doesn't care about America coming together. Do y'all understand Russia, North Korea, and other countries are looking at us? All the good old boys in here. While you worrying about black crime, while you're so focused on single mothers, while you're so focused on fatherless homes and all this little bullshit that it has no effect on your life, these other countries are looking at us and they cannot wait to come through. You dig? And infiltrate. They can't wait. And you motherfuckers are worried about what's going on in Chicago. Toad said, report this channel. Report the channel. I don't give a fuck. Report the channel. Who cares? I don't care. This is not my source of income, bro. I don't report the channel, homie. A480 said, RP my brother Prodigy. Yeah, shout out to Prodigy, man. Kenny Simmons said, what are you doing other than reaching for likes and shares and comments? Bro, let me tell you something. Let me get this real clear. This is like my therapy right here, man. You know what I'm saying? YouTube doesn't pay enough. I have a job. I have a business. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, whatever, bro. Like, I'm just telling the truth. And I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it, homie. No problem. Hemi Power said, they don't want to see blacks and browns come together. We will be unstoppable. Shout out to you, homie. Belly that said, drugs are your income. Like I said, man, if you got a long paragraph, you got to send a super chat. Bangers on Tuck said, America is distracted. Yeah. Cedric said, you have no income. That's stupid. That's stupid. Silverback said, you haven't give one example of Charlie Kirk spreading hate. I don't have to, man. I don't have to give an example of Charlie Kirk spread. It's all on the internet. I'm going to say it again. People believe what they want to believe. You understand? So when you say black people this, black people that, black pilots that, black crime this, black, number one, he should have minded his goddamn business, because black people didn't kill him. You understand? It was a white dude that turned his TV off, man. Yeah, right? All right? He should have been minding the business that paid him, man. Yeah. Eric Adams says, worry about your own people, loser. That's what I'm doing. Did you read the title of the stream? A lot of ignorance in here. Angel said, including or not including gang violence. Pow! Yup, sure enough. That's what happened. You see how he tried to do that? He said, they said, Charlie, what do you think about mass shootings? What do you think about, they were talking about mass shootings. They were talking about a real issue, not two criminals having a shootout in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm talking about shit that affects your children, shit that affects my children. They were talking about a real issue, a real threat, domestic terrorism. This motherfucker, this scumbag, wanted to deflect to crime, black crime, gangbangers, and died in Utah. Man, it's crazy. That is crazy. Black Light said gangs don't mass shoot. I broke this down yesterday. I'm gonna break it down again today because I know some of y'all slow. When gangs mass shoot, see they try to blend that into mass shootings, more white supremacist tactics. But when when you see a bunch of people die in Chicago, they're gonna, somebody's gonna roll up on the block. There's gonna be a lot of people out there doing nothing. And I'm against motherfuckers just sitting around doing nothing. Okay, so they're gonna shoot more than likely with a switch, and they're gonna accidentally hit a bunch of people. That's the black mass shooting. Now let's talk about real mass shooting, okay? Because we're not gonna play fucking games around here. We don't play games around here. You play games. You play little funny games to make yourself feel better and deflect from white supremacy. Now, racist white supremacist mass shootings, we'll take the movie theater guy, the guy with the funny hair. He walked into a movie theater where everybody was minding their business. There were no ops there, okay? There was nobody that killed their cousin last week there. The dude walked into the movie theater and just started chopping people down for no fucking reason. Which one is, let me ask you this. Look, maybe some of y'all will be fair today. Maybe some of y'all will actually be honest today. Would you rather, and we would rather have no crime, but that's just not a reality. Would you all rather deal with the crime that goes on amongst criminals or a mass shooting that goes on amongst one criminal that walks in and targets innocent people? Which one would you rather have? Juicy Juicer, did you hear what I just said? Yeah, somebody said neither. I know, none, I know. Y'all don't want to, see, this is what I don't expect y'all. I don't expect y'all to be honest people. Listen, I'm not sitting there trying to change none of you racist minds. I'm not trying to change none of y'all mind. You dig? Because I know that the disease of racism is very insidious. You understand? It's a disease. Life Short says, who kills more people? Well, we know who kills more people. That's easy, bro. That's fucking easy. See, Charlie Kirk got y'all damn brainwashed. What are we talking about? Who kills more people? You think these little 9mm, these little Glocks and these little incidents that happen in these cities have anything on the cartel and the government bringing in fentanyl? Who kills more people? Y'all won't even touch the drug epidemic. Y'all rather talk about two criminals shooting it out in the ghetto than you would the mass overdoses, the fentanyl. Who kills more people? Come on, man. Who drops bombs? Who dropped nuclear bombs? Did Pookie and them in DC ever drop a bomb on women and kids? No. Hiroshima and Nagasaki? No, we've never done that. We don't have a track record of killing a whole bunch of people. You dig? I know. You guys, listen, you are so fixated with black on black crime. It has nothing to do with you. You don't feel any effects of black on black crime. You're sitting somewhere in Omaha, living good. Like me, I'm living good. But the thing is, black crime does affect me. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't affect you. Grimlord said you online. Shout out to you, Grimlord. We got a rider in here, man. Shout out to you. Um, yeah, M80 said you're living good. Ha ha. Marcus Ruffin, shout out to you, homie. Um, SL said report this goofball for misinformation. Yeah, you what misinformation, my man? What miss report me. I want everybody to go report me. And I'm gonna get my shit back because I'm not giving any misinformation. Live Short says it's about rising from what they used to see us as. Well, let me tell you, man, the reason why the Charlie Kirks are necessary is because white supremacy is coming to an end. It is dying. You understand? And they know that. And that what Charlie Kirk was one of the tools to attempt to save and revitalize. That's why they targeted college kids. They want to get to this next generation. You understand? This is what this is about. This is about making America great again. You understand? So it's a psychological thing, man. So when people ask the question, well, what do you say that was so racist? It was a collective of things. You understand? Danielle Goodwin, shout out to you, sweetheart. She said, you're right about not impacting them and who kills more people. Yeah, of course. But people believe what they want to believe. You know what I'm saying? Racism is a very narcissistic disease. I swear, it's the same comments every day. Same comments every day. Um, Christy Stafford said, I have a question. What's your question, Christy? Dave Fleming said, how do you feel about white people? Well, listen, I love all people. You understand? I love all people. There's no hate here. If you listen closely, this is not a channel full of hate. This is not a pro-black channel. You dig? This is about justice and liberty, man. All my white buddies, everybody know how I feel about them, dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta sit here and pander to white people. I tell the fucking truth. I'm a real nigga, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and don't say that because it's gonna offend my no. We're gonna tell truth, man. I tell truth about my people. I tell truth about white people. I tell the truth about the cartel of Mexican people. I tell the truth about Asian people. You dig? Black Light said, should the world give a fuck about FBA? If FBA helped build the American empire, that is all destroying the rest of the world for the West. I don't care. You don't have to give a fuck about FBA, homie. You don't have to. You don't have to. And I hope I didn't read that wrong. It's a long paragraph. Uh, yeah. Landon said, you're the reason racism is still a thing today, homie, you dig? Well, let me tell you, that little tactic doesn't work over here. You understand? See, this is the thing. When we talk about racism, the racism we experience, the racism that has went on in this, when did racism stop? Let me ask you, what year did racism stop? Since I'm the one that keeps it going. When did it stop? Michael said, white people around the world are united. Yeah, I see you guys, I see a lot of the racists out at vigils and praying for Charlie Kirk, and this is some sort of solidarity for y'all, where y'all can come together and shit. That shit just look real fucking weird, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's sitting around upset about a dude that was really causing the division. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Williams, shout out to you, homie. Robert Ryder said we all need to come together. I think look, it's a new day, man, and shit has gotten worse. After Charlie Kirk TV was turned off, shit has gotten worse. It's gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are putting this one man before the country. You know what I'm saying? And dude he was filthy rich. You could tell a motherfucker that's not grassroots if he's filthy fucking rich. You know what I'm saying? Filthy rich. It was a play, y'all. Y'all were played. Y'all have been played. You know what I'm saying? And I would not doubt if, I would not doubt, this is just my opinion, I wouldn't doubt if his own people, meaning his own party, had him took out. Um, Andrea Jones says, before we come together, things need to be addressed. Yeah, let me tell you the first thing that needs to happen. Let me tell you why what you see, let me tell you why the country is in the state that it's in right now. The country is in such shambles because they have not made it right with foundational black Americans. Okay, this is my opinion. All right. The reason why America is going to hell in a handbasket is because they have not made it right with us. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we need to get reparations on the table. That's number one. You dig? We need to get reparations on the table. You got to make it right with the foundational black Americans first before this motherfucker prospers again. What starts in controversy will end in controversy. Y'all ever heard that? Yeah, y'all motherfuckers can laugh all you want, okay? But I say this, and I think a lot of y'all already know this. I just don't want to admit it. Y'all ever got into a relationship with somebody? Maybe you was cheating or she was cheating. What starts in controversy ends in controversy. This shit will never be right until the wrongs are righted. And I think a lot of y'all know this, man. You dig? Yeah, reparations. Say it with me. Say it slowly. Reparations. Queen Kai, what it do, baby? Yeah, a lot of people are very upset, man. But listen, hear me out. Y'all are already paying reparations. You're already spending billions of dollars with the National Guard in these cities. Y'all are already spending billions of dollars being sent to Israel and Ukraine. This shows the level of hate that you have for black Americans. You would rather Israel get your taxpaying dollars, Ukraine to get your taxpaying dollars, the National Guard in these cities picking up trash, get your tax dollars, than to right the wrong of the people who built this country. Donald Trump, I'm gonna quote Donald Trump. Your man, that's your homie. I'm gonna quote Donald Trump. And go look this up if you need proof. Donald Trump said, African Americans built this country. And I'm just using his quote just to solidify it. Y'all gone? I love y'all, man. I see y'all later on. But it's a whole fact, you know what I'm saying, with a foundation of America. You know what I mean? With a foundation. Grimlord said, because they did. Shout out to you, Grimlord. Y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. We in this bitch, man. And we're pissing these races off. They're really upset. Adam said, your reparations is living in the easiest country to live in. How do you think it got to be easy? How do you think this country got to be so easy to live in? We were the main proponents. We are the moral currency. The reason why the rest of these countries haven't dropped a nuke on this motherfucker is because of us. They know we're here. If black Americans weren't here, goddamn, Russia would have been dropped that nuke on North Korea would have been dropped that nuke. But they know there's a moral currency over here that lies in foundational black American. I'm not saying there's white people that don't have morality. I'm not saying it at all. But we have a track record of morality. We have a track record of fighting for civil rights. Yes, we do. We had the civil rights movement. Other countries and nations modeled their civil rights after the ones foundational black Americans put into play. You dig? I know y'all are really upset in these comments, boy. It's a bunch of truth bombs, man. It's a bunch of truth bombs. Queen K said we fight. Yes, we do. We fought. We fought for people. Listen, we fought for your forefathers and your ancestors just to be civilized individuals. Somebody debunked that. We had to literally fight. We had to literally march and have movements just for your ancestors and forefathers to be civilized. Think about that for a minute. Landon Shed said, yeah, this dude is evil. I'm evil, cuz? Like, how am I evil? Really? See, y'all like some girls, man. Y'all like some bitches. Like, as soon as somebody say some true shit, y'all can't say, well, no, it didn't happen like that. It happened like this. They'll say, you're evil. Man, what? Come on, man. Come on. Black Light said, never seen no FBA fight for oppressed people around the world. That's being oppressed by American empire. Black Light, what country you from? We from Africa? We have a track record of fighting for everybody, bro. That's probably why you over here. We fought so black immigrants can come over here. We fought so all color immigrants to come over here. Say thank you, man. Just say thank you. Tata says, yes, Africa. Two Nights said, I'm black with black fatigue. Well, go to bed, sweetheart, because y'all the worst. You coon motherfuckers are the worst. You understand? I hate y'all more than I hate a racist. I'd rather sit with the KKK before I sit with a fucking coon. You understand that? You dig? I hate you motherfuckers. Y'all are terrible. David Cash says, because of, oh, that's too long. You guys send a super chat. Yeah. I have zero tolerance for the coon class. Zero tolerance. I can't do it. I delete their comments. Like black people, they come on my posts and try to debate with me why Charlie Kirk wasn't a racist. I delete that shit. I don't even look at that shit. I don't even want to hear what you got to say. Black Light said, I'm not from Africa. Where you from then, bruh? Where you from? Just say where you from. Don't be ashamed, bruh. Just say where you from. M80 said, this guy trolling for views. No, why am I trolling? I know what I'm saying. It sounds really new to you because Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump, they don't want this stuff to be told. This is Charlie Kirk's purpose. Everything I'm saying now, you got a bunch of guys out here. You got the Andrew Tates, the Myron Gaines, the Nick Fuentes's. You got a slew of people that don't want this type of talk to be out there. That's why I'm here. This is what I'm here for, to educate my people, man. And educate people, all people who want liberty and justice. You understand? Michael said, blackies are funny. Man, Sword, shout out to you. Queen Kai, appreciate you. Sue said, please do not delete them. Continue to educate. A lot are still in a coma. Yeah, Sue, I don't delete people unless they like spamming my shit. But I'm glad they're here, man. Because look, one thing I understand is they already know. One thing I understand is most of the racists in this chat, they know what I'm saying is true. You know what I'm saying? They already know. They haven't done any investigation or comparative analysis. They only listen to one side. I told y'all at the beginning of this video, I do a comparative analysis. I go over here to the belief that I don't like, and I listen to it and see if it's real, and see if it's credible. And then I go over here to this side and see if this, okay, this compare. And I take from both. This is correct, this is correct, this is false, this is false. Y'all don't do that. Y'all listen to a Charlie Kirk and think you have the fucking answers, okay? You don't have the answers. You're just butthurt, that's all. Black Light said, who you listen to on the other side? What do you mean who I listen to on the other side? Do the research, you understand? I mean, I'm not gonna give these dudes no promotion, dog. You know what I'm saying? But the jokers on YouTube, listen, it's people within our own community that'll give you the other side. I'll give you people in our community that will give you the other side. I want you to look up a guy named Unk the God Killer, okay? I'm not gonna give these guys are a joke. The Andrew Tates and the Nick Fuentes's and that stock of men, or if that's what you wanna call them, they're jokes. I'm talking about, I'll listen to people within my community that will say, hey, well, no, this is not oppression. Or they'll say, hey, and they'll say it from a place of good faith. Not these coons running around here. Yo, dude, the black man needs to stop acting like a victim, dude. This is what these niggas sound like, these coons. I don't listen to them. You understand? Edward said, I don't even read that shit. Landon said, you're a joke, buddy. That's all y'all can do. All y'all do is come on here and say one-liners. You don't have anything intelligent to say. Nothing. Black Light said, I just want to know everybody so emotional, charged up about issues that seem to be artificial. I'll give you that one, bro. Let me tell you what I'm charged up about is not in particularly this issue. This is just another catalyst to talk about stuff that's been around for decades and centuries. You know what I'm saying? So they're charged up because they've been played. You know what I'm saying? The Charlie Kirk people, the racists, they're so confused right now. They're living in such a state of confusion. They don't know if Trump was on that Epstein list. They don't know whether the shooter was a Republican. They don't know what's going on right now. They're just angry. You know what I'm saying? Hope C said, what's up with the stats? Here we go with the stats, bro. Let me tell you about these stats, man. When these guys, these jokers online, when they coming at you with all these stats and shit, number one, there's no way you can take stats of who does crime. You understand? Crime is something that's done. Listen close. Listen close, y'all. I wanna talk about crime stats. Crime is done 24/7, 365. You understand? Right now, somebody's committing a crime. Let's say, I hate to give this example. Let's say your neighbor is beating his son and physically abusing his son. That's a crime. That is not on the statistics. There's no way, there's no way to measure crime. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all understand that? Number two, black people make up all these numbers on the statistics because of arrest. But did old Charlie, this is one thing old Charlie wouldn't tell you. He wouldn't tell you that blacks have the highest rate of exoneration, and particularly for murder. Yeah, y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't. Let's talk about numbers. Jerry Smith, let's talk about numbers. Who has the highest number of exonerations? Who? Tiffany Parrish, shout out to you. Who? Token Play said, I can tell you got soft hands. Well, if I have soft hands, and I'll knock you the fuck out. Like many others. Okay? Sonic Boom TV, what it do, my brother? He said, numbers don't lie, but people lie about numbers. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Come on. And I'll even go with, we do all this crime. Let's just say we're bad people, we do a lot of crime. All right, cool, no problem. Why is it like that? See, old Charlie, it's another thing he won't tell you. He'll deflect from this, he'll deny. He'll deny that the reason why there is crime, high crime in certain areas, is because of white supremacy. He won't tell you that. You dig? Like, he doesn't want to tell you that. He wants to make it seem like it's black people's fault that they're in this region, they're in this neighborhood, okay, with low resources. This is what he wants. He wants you to believe this, that it's their fault. Kareem Biggs says, how? Black Light says, how what? How what? How what? Token Play said, I gotta take my car to the shop. Yeah, I take my car to the shop. I don't work on cars, bro. So what? What does that make? What does that make you, bro? What does that make you? Does that make you special? No, you're not special. Special K said, you stupid. Okay. Black Light said, I'm not sure poverty is a direct cause of crime. Bruh, what do you mean? Poverty is known that poverty causes crime. If you have less, you're more apt to drug use, to mental illness, to robberies, to aggressive behavior. Token Place said, I work, bruh. Certified welder building America, baby. Cool, good for you, bro. Good. Hey, you want a fucking cookie, Holmes? I work too, Holmes. What? So what? Black Light said the poorest places on the earth are the most peaceful places, though. Man, come on, bro. Let me ask you: you talking about the world? Let me ask you: did the CIA and did Oliver North drop crack cocaine into these places that you're talking about? No, we're not talking about some shanty town in Africa. They didn't have a crack epidemic. You understand? You understand that? Yeah, I know what some black Charlie Kirk supporters are here very mad, right? Because you're a coon, right? Yes, you are. And you want some white pussy. Yes, you do. But some of us, we don't have to pander to have these things and to be accepted. See, they don't respect you, brother. You understand? I need you to understand it. They don't, no matter what you do, you're not going to be respected. Special K said, did a white man kill Offset? Did a black man kill Charlie Kirk in front of his wife and kids? Special K? Special K, did a white man kill John F. Kennedy? I need you to answer me, Special K. Where you at? Huh? Hey, Queen K, I'm sorry for all the cussing since you going to church, baby. I'm sorry. Where you at, Special? Don't leave now, Special K. We get see the whole. Let me tell y'all something, man. The whole black people are messing up America is dead. After what day did Charlie Kirk get his TV turned off? It's dead, bro. I want all the black people in here to understand. All that blaming black people for shit is done. Okay, it's over. We see who's fucking up America. We were nowhere to be found in Utah. We were nowhere to be found in Utah. We didn't do that. Look how fucked up America is today. Look how everybody is mad and angry and ready to go to war. Black people had nothing to do with that. God Body said, turn your TV off. Got his TV turned off, man. You dig? Goddamn gangbangers. Those goddamn gangbangers. Black Light said, what about who America effed up? I don't know what you mean. Kareem Biggs say, all I'm gonna say is stop blaming whites and let's get money. What's stopping that? Bro, I get money. What are you talking about? What do you see? This is the coon shit the niggas say. Stop blaming whites. Who's blaming whites? Who's blaming whites? I'm talking about white supremacy. White supremacy is a system. You understand that, nigga? Listen, once you get off your fucking knees, nigga. Okay? Get off your knees and wake up. I'm not blaming whites. We're talking about a system here. You dig? David said, we never been nowhere to be found in Utah. Nope. They need to send that National Guard out to Utah, man. You dig? Be More Investor said, if you get money, what time do you have to spread smart dumbness? Be More Investor, listen, man. The reason why I can do this is because I get money. Okay? The reason why I can sit in my backyard and relax and get some things off my chest and teach truth is because I have money, okay? Special K said, but we in the hood. Oh yeah, look who killed you still haven't answered my question, Special K. Who killed Charlie Kirk? Who? Elizabeth said, teach bullshit. All right, Elizabeth. History Mystery says 700,000 slaves right now in sub-Saharan Africa right now owned by black. I'm not African. I'm foundational black American. So go talk to African people about that. You dig? Christy Stafford said a white man. Yeah, yeah. Yes, he did. Sonic Boom TV said Kareem on some BS. Yeah, Kareem, man. Come on, Kareem. What we doing, homie? Like, check him out. What's your angle, sir? What is it, man? Did niggas beat you up in middle school or something? What happened? What happened, bro? Kareem Biggs said, you just said you not when the fuck did I say I'm not FBA, bro? You're delusional and you're a coon. Come on, man. Kareem Biggs said, no, I'm just not a victim. No, you're a victim that doesn't know that they're a damn victim. Okay, let's say you're not a victim. What about your ancestors? Were your ancestors victims? Goodwin John, shout out to you, man. Were your ancestors victims? People keep saying I'm doing rage bait. That's a projection, man. This is what you're used to. You're used to watching rage bait. Kareem Biggs said, yes, but what they have to do with me? Man. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Damn, Holmes. Shit. Holloway said they don't care about their ancestors. You see it in real time, homie. He said, what my ancestors got to do with me? My ancestors just built this motherfucker. They ain't get no credit. They ain't get no reparations. They just built this shit for free. And I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with my ancestors building this country for free, and then they try to treat us like second-class citizens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not okay with that. I'll never be okay with that. Kareem Biggs says, so I'ma just complain the whole time. I'm glad you said that, Kareem. I'm so sick of people acting like we can't do 2 or 3, 4, 5 things at the same time. Just because, so let me guess, let me ask you, Kareem, let me ask you, was Charlie Kirk just complaining about the issues he was talking about? Charlie Kirk was successful, right? Was he just I'm sick of this narrative that we're just, who's sitting around just complaining? Who? I'm trying to figure out who's sitting around. No, we're having a discussion. Are you able, emotionally intelligently enough to have a discussion? Would you rather me talk about football? If this stream was about the NFL, would you say, well, all you do is talk about the NFL? Like, come on, we gotta be more intelligent than that, homie. You gotta be way more intelligent than that. Come on, man. We can do many things. I'm gonna do a lot of shit throughout my day. You understand? Normally, I go to the gym, I come home, go for a walk, I make my breakfast, make my kids breakfast. You dig? Goddamn, do my work, do my video editing, get online, on YouTube, make dinner, right? Do some more editing, take the kids to football practice. I can do a lot of shit at one time, bro. Nobody's just sitting around complaining. That's the narrative you want to push. Kareem Biggs says, fuck Charlie. I'm talking about us as blacks. This is all we don't know. That's all you, apparently that's all you do, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. You're lying in this chat. Don't lie, bro. Go outside. I want you to go outside today, and I want you to go look at some black people and tell me what they're doing. I guarantee you won't see nobody sitting on the curb complaining. Okay. Oh, shit. We got to be realistic, people. We got to be realistic. Jose said Robin. Jose Caminero said Robin. Jose, you have no room to talk about black people. All right? Because your people are smuggling tons and tons of coke over here. Are you serious? You know what they doing over in Homeland, homie? They chopping people's heads off, hanging them from bridges. Get real, cuz. Get real. Come on, man. Everybody does crime. Y'all let that boy Charlie convince y'all that we're the only ones that do crime. Yeah, please repost me. Repost me. Or report. I think he meant to say report. Keep reporting me, dog, because all you doing is making the channel more famous. That's all. Because I'm not saying nothing that is not allowed on YouTube. Did you report Charlie? See, the thing is, you weak motherfuckers were crying because we or didn't care that Charlie got killed because of his views and opinions. But as soon as somebody gets on here with views and opinions, see, this the thing. Y'all act like you're so American, but you're not American. I thought you were for free speech. You're not American. You don't practice the American way. You're not a patriot. You dig? You're not a goddamn patriot. Token Play said they can fix cars. This dude is obsessed with his ability to fix cars and having rough hands. Who cares, bro? SL said misinformation, brother. Tell me what was misinformation. Don't just listen. Don't just say misinformation. Say, hey, what you said about this was misinformation. Okay, well, report this shit, bro. Be a bitch and report it. You do host shit, bro. That's what you do. But guess what? See, I see, and this is another thing I want to talk about. I see they getting people fired for talking about Charlie Kirk. You dig? People getting fired for talking about Charlie Kirk. I can't get fired, so I'm not worried about it. I am the boss. Call me, and I'll reprimand Top Flight. You dig? Sonic Boom said, this is why we asked where your family is from. Yeah, indeed. I just spoke on that in the beginning of the stream, man. A lot of people who aren't foundational, these guys are, they're caping for Charlie Kirk and racism. And it's crazy. Justin X said, Mexicans love to kiss white ass, but they call all Mexicans criminals. Yeah, I mean, bro, it's some Mexicans that think they accepted too, just like these coons. You dig? Ron P said, yeah, I'm new to this channel. I got to subscribe though. Shout out to you, Ron P. Shout out to you. We're gonna get this truth out here. Let me tell y'all something. They're trying to suppress the truth. Okay? They're trying to usher in these activists and these influencers. They're trying to bring these people out. That's why it hurt. That's why it hurt the other day when Charlie got his TV turned off. It hurt him because this is a tool. This guy was designed, okay? He was ushered and groomed to do what he's doing. What he was doing. We have to put this truth out here, man. You dig? Pumzal said, free Tyler Robinson. Well, let me say this, man. Let me say this. Tyler, I want to talk about the religious aspect of this. Your man Charlie was a God-fearing man, right? He was a Christian, right? What would Jesus do to Tyler? What would Jesus do to Tyler, y'all? Pumzel said he played them. Yeah, he played them. Yes, he did. Kareem Biggs said, what's your point as a black man? What's your message? Stick to one topic. And what message you trying to give? Because no, you listen, I don't want to be rude to you, homie. You got to think faster. You know what I'm saying? My message is a lot of different things, but it all comes down to justice. You know what I'm saying? It's justice, man. That's the message here. You know what I'm saying? Pumzel said, Token Play said, forgive him. See, Token Play, at least you being honest. Yeah, Jesus will forgive Tyler, right? Wouldn't Jesus forgive Tyler? Anybody that wants something bad to happen to Tyler, you're not on board with Charlie's beliefs, okay? Mr. Undeniable said they calling for war. Yeah, I see. Michael M said, war, let's go. I love the fact that they're calling for war because it shows the fruit that Charlie bared. It showed what he left the world. He left us these people. These are the people that Charlie left us. He groomed these people. He incited violence. Why violence? Because Charlie was about peace, right? Wasn't Charlie about peace? Strange. It's real strange. Ron Doran said, what the F is the difference between your ass sitting in front of this camera talking to people and him doing the same thing? Let me tell you, that's a great question. The difference is I give you both sides. I give you the truth. I give you the whole truth. I'll tell you that, yeah, this the black crime, the crime in black cities is getting out of control, and I'll tell you why it is the way it is. I'll tell you the underlying causes. That's the difference, homie. You understand? Charlie would tell you black crime is tearing up America, but the reason why they have black crime in these or have crime in these areas, high crime in these areas, is because they just want to. No, no, that's false. That's called propaganda. Elizabeth says, keep playing victim. Elizabeth, you haven't said anything intelligent this whole time, baby. Do better. Do better, sweetheart. You got to do better. Send it said, justice for Charlie. Special K said, because father's not in kid's life. Damn, y'all are robots, bruh. Dude really programmed y'all, man. Too Nice Media said, you know nothing about Charlie. I know all I need to know about Mr. Kirk. And I don't really care. It doesn't really matter anymore, right? Right? Elizabeth said, I support America 1776. No, you don't. You're not a patriot. You're not a patriot. You don't care about liberty and justice for all. You care about liberty and justice for one group of people. Keep it real. Keep it real, sweetheart. I would respect y'all if y'all kept it real. Say, look, I want liberty and justice for my people. Y'all gonna have to deal with white supremacy. Y'all gonna have to deal with whatever we say goes. Okay? Chris Bishop says, agree, the stage or plat to debate. We can debate on here, homie. We can debate on here. You want to debate today, later on today? I'll set it up. You can come right on here today. I'll get on my computer and we can debate today. But don't come with no bullshit. I don't want to hear no Charlie Kirk talking points. You dig? Because I'll eat that shit up quick. MW said, because you live in a white nation. I don't live in a white nation. I'm sorry to tell you, brother. Sorry to tell you, sir. Elizabeth says, I'm black Hispanic. I support America. No wonder, yeah, you're black Hispanic. Yeah. No wonder you talking the way you talking. Hard Rocker said, Kirk lives forever. Am I wrong about that? Yeah, he does. He's not living forever. Did they bury him yet? What do you mean he lives forever? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's an American nation. Thank you, Token Play. It's an American nation. That's what this is. It's an American nation. And guess what? I'm a foundational black American. My ancestors and myself were the foundation of this land. Special K said, how you gonna clean up someone else's house and you don't clean your own? That's a great point. How was Charlie Kirk trying to clean our house? But obviously, his house was filthy. Cook, googa mooga. Let me tell you, that type of violence that we saw in Utah, that makes the brothers in the hood look like amateurs. You dig? Amateurs. Sherry Smith said, no Charlie talking points because you know who he is. No, it's just too easy. It's just too easy to debunk, man. That's all. Token Play said, unfortunately, the white man came across the pond and started this. No, he didn't. Let me tell you, but Token Play, you got to do more research, bro. When the white man came over here across the pond, he failed. Y'all know that, right? Token Play, you know that, right? When the white man came across the pond, he tried. He tried. This is just basic history. You know, they were eating each other. You dig? They couldn't do it. And they had to come get us. And they had to get the ones of us that were already here, the Aboriginal blacks that were already here. They had to come get us, and we had to build this shit, man. So you're welcome. You dig? Roto said only maggot capable of such violence. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was some violence right there, man. Token Place said the Spaniards made several successful trips. What the F? They made successful trips, but they didn't build anything. They couldn't get their colonies together. They couldn't build civilization. They started eating each other, bro. Right? Robert Ryder said, what are you doing or owe your community besides to divide people? It doesn't work here, sir. I do plenty in my community. You dig? Yeah, you heard me correctly, Toke. Eating, cannibalism, basic history, Holmes. Jerry Smith said he's right. Yeah, I'm right. He knows. My man knows basic history. I know listen, I know, again, this is what they don't want y'all to hear. They want to clean this shit up and make a fairy tale out of what happened back in the past. This is what they want to do. And the people say we keep talking about it, we're dragging it along. No, we have to keep correcting this shit. We have to keep correcting this shit because y'all keep lying about this shit. Michael said, yes, we came to Africa. You were cannibals and cannibalism was prohibited for 2,000 years in Europe. Sir, I'm not from Africa. I'm a foundational black American. Okay? Got it? Elizabeth Close says, how do you feel about the great men Tom McDonald and Alex Calhoun? Did she say Tom McDonald? that white rapper dude? Man, get the fuck out of here. Tom McDonald. I don't know. I'm not abreast of Adam Calhoun, but I will check it out. Do y'all know I do my research, man? Y'all know I watch so many videos and documentaries on white supremacy. Do y'all understand that? I fall asleep to documentaries and I study white supremacy, dog. You dig? American Totem and Play said, you're African American, right? No, I'm not African American. I'm foundational black American. Okay, this is where y'all be. Listen, I know a lot of y'all aren't used to or you're new to this concept, but I'm not African American. Do I look African, homie? No, I don't. Tom McDonald. Get the hell out of here. It's crazy. Tata said, you're Africa. What the fuck? No, I don't look African. You know damn well. Let me tell you, man. One side of my family, I have Nanny Coke Indian. Okay, but the other side is Blackfoot Indian. Okay, but I'm foundational Black American, and the reason why I'm foundational Black American, I can't go nowhere in Africa today and get citizenship. Okay, yeah, sure, I got DNA that go traces back to Africa several centuries ago. But I have no African people in my family. I don't have an African last name. Okay, I'm not African. Token Place said, if I put you next to an African, there will be a slight resemblance. Okay, cool, slight resemblance. If you put me next to, if I put you next to somebody, matter of fact, where are you from? Matter of fact, I need to figure out where all the white people from. Where did y'all immigrate from? What country did y'all immigrate from? I need y'all to come in here and tell me what country your family immigrated from. Robert Ryder said, one thing agree with you. Poland. Okay, we got Poland. What year did your family come over here? Token Place said English and Irish. So you're new. You're new to this land. Okay, you're new. Alan Moore said foundational black means entitled. Sure, I'll take that. I am entitled. Sure. I'm entitled to freedom and justice and reparations. I'm entitled. Jerry Smith said, you avoid my questions like the plague. Bruh, it's a lot of comments, bruh. If you got a real comment that you want to get across, hit the super chat. David Cash said, but if you can literally condone what has happened, then tell me this honestly. I don't know what that means, bro. Too Nice Media said, you're racist, dude. Michael said, I did not migrate. I live in Poland. Oh, you live in Poland? What the fuck are you worried about what's going on over here for now? Ron P said, I came from Jamaica, and I'm sure I favor Africans because I'm black, duh. Shout out to Jamaica, man. Shout out to Jamaica. Shout out to my Jamaicans. You dig? Uh, Jerry Smith says, where is the supremacy? Well, I mean, do I even have to answer that question? All areas of activity are dominated by white supremacy. Any area of life that we know is dominated by white supremacy, okay? Black Light, shout out to you, homie. Alan Moore said, typically you feel everything should be handed to you because someone long ago in your family tree was a slave. Now, Alan, you know that that's you don't even believe that, Alan. I feel everything should be handed to me. Is that why I work for everything I have? If I felt everything should be handed to me, I wouldn't have built a life for myself. That don't even make sense, man. That don't even make sense. Too Nice Media said he thinks less of Jamaicans. No, I don't. I just think less of the Jamaicans and other people who come over here and side with white supremacy. That must be you. That must be you, Too Nice. Are you a Jamaican that comes over here and takes the stance of a white supremacist? Token Place said, how do you feel about immigration? I'm not for illegal immigration. I think we have enough people over here right now. I think they should slow the process down. And the reason why I say that is what I just said. A lot of immigrants come over here and they side with white supremacy. You dig? It's real simple, man. So I think everybody should build their homeland like we built our homeland, which is America. I think everybody should build where they from, fight. We had to fight. We didn't flee to another country. We stayed here and we fought. I think everybody should do that. You dig? Yeah. David Cash says, but the question is, how can we all figure out a way to get rid of the people that are ignorant, that keep on confusing people about racial issues? Well, they just did. They just got rid of one down, many more to go. Elizabeth Close says, you dig? Question mark, educated. Well, so I'm not educated because I said you dig. No, this is called foundational Black American, dog. This is called culture. This is what we do. We bring flavor to shit. You know what I'm saying? What do you want me to say? Affirmative? What do you want me to say? This we do, sweetheart. I got a college degree. You dig? Nobody handed me my college degree. You dig? I had to go to school for it and study for it and work for it. You dig? Slingshot said, it's a difference between American Indians and Native Indians. Yeah, absolutely. Tell them again. Black Light said, I don't think Jamaicans should be blocked from going to other places to work and live in the world, even though I don't agree with the diaspora political positions. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not against people coming over here. I just think at this point right now, me as a foundational Black American, I think that we need to get home straight first. You understand? Home needs to get right first. Foundational Black Americans need to be compensated, and we need to be situated before we bring other people over here. You know what I'm saying? We've been here for a long time fighting for rights, fighting for civility. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to be a top priority. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can stop complaining about black crime, right? You guys want black crime out of here. Let's fix it. Instead, y'all want to focus on immigrants. Y'all want to focus on other bullshit. And y'all want, and the other side wants to deflect and act like it's, you know what I mean? Like, SL said, what the fuck is a foundational Black American? I already told you. A foundational Black American is a black person whose family is not from an immigrant background, whose family built the country. Okay, my family built the country. We're foundational. We were a part of the foundation of this country. We didn't come here on a plane, train, or raft. You dig? Hard Rocker said, "You got money, you just pour mouthing. Pour mouthing. I like that. I like that." Kareem Biggs said, "What's the solution in your eyes to move forward?" I already told you. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you again. Until us foundational Black Americans are made whole, you gotta right. Listen, America gotta right the wrongs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Other countries are watching. You, other countries know. Listen, all the racists in America, they can deny racism and white supremacy. While you deny it, all the other countries know what the business is over here. They know how y'all treat foundational Black Americans. Y'all, they know what y'all did. When I'm saying y'all, I mean racist. They know what the forefathers did. They know how we're still being oppressed. Until America shows signs, right, of redemption. See, we never got the 40 acres and a mule. You understand? They promised us 40 acres and a mule. They never gave it to us. That's another reason why we're owed reparations. You know what I'm saying? So the solution is they need to stop treating Black people like second-class citizens. You dig? Let's fix certain parts of the United States that need fixing, so y'all can start complaining about that. You know what I'm saying? And let's get these people that are in power out of here because they're greedy, they're hateful, they're conniving and deceptive. All of these Charlie Kirks got to go. They need all this rhetoric needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Kirk is being mourned all around the country, and all he did was talk about Black crime and point out the flaws in people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the temperature of America right now. It's not like Charlie Kirk was fighting for freedom and equality for everybody. His talking points were to denigrate people. You know what I'm saying? Michael said, "White will always win, bro." See? This is what y'all can't deny racism and then say shit like this. Like, no shit. I know that's how you feel, bro. No problem. White will always win what? Win what? Who are you fighting? Why? You guys are fighting an invisible people. It's amazing, man. No, SL, don't say come on, bro. Let them talk. Let them talk. Now, don't clean it up and say competition for money. Don't do that. No. You just said whites will always win. No. Let them talk, bro. I love it. I love it. This is. Listen, I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of the doubt real quick. If me and my group had all the power, and I want y'all to, let's be real for a second. If me and my group had all the power, right, would we be a little hesitant to, I don't want to give these people these powers, especially when we done subjugated them for 400 years. We gotta keep them, at least, we gotta give you the illusion. We gotta give you the illusion of equality. We can't make you all the way equal, because you might just like take over. You know what I'm saying? Special said, "Get that hate out your heart, brother. White power. Get that hate out your heart." Y'all remember that Chappelle episode? Send It said, "You're so pathetic. That's why you are where you are in society." I'm home, bruh. I'm home. This is where I'm at. I'm chilling. What you mean? I'm chilling. Hallway said, "Win what, my boy?" Yeah, win what? Who? See, what he said was so telling. It's a competition. It's a win what? We see. This is the difference. Racists want to win over top of people and rule over top of people. We just want equal. equal rights. We want equality and liberty and fairness for everybody. Michael wants to win. Oh, we win. We'll win over you. I love it, bro. This is the fruit that Charlie Kirk bared. You dig? Jeffy baby said, you're right, the world is watching. Bruh, you think these people don't see? You think these people don't know? Think these people ain't watching this shit, man? And they watching us fight from within. We're watching y'all fight from within. And they doing a Birdman hand rub. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They over there infighting. That's why Haiti fell. That's why Spain fell. That's why a lot of empires fall because of infighting. You dig? Chef says, looks like a nice place to be, but what reparations do you want, or do you mean black people as a whole? Well, no, not black people. It's a lineage-based claim. See, we don't do the whole black thing anymore. It's not about black people. It's about foundational black Americans. And that we're not, you know, wishing harm on anybody else. But we got to look out for foundational black Americans. Again, black people whose ancestors are from this land, who did not immigrate. So reparations are, you know, starting at 20 trillion, you dig? It's not for all black people. It's for foundational black Americans. And we'll take cash payments, you know, just like the Indians get, just like they gave the slave owners for their reparations, just like they gave the Jews and the Japanese Americans. We'll take what they got. You know what I'm saying? Rage bait. Sender said rage bait. Why is it rage bait? Why does it enrage you? Why does it enrage you, dog? See, everybody laughing, right? Michael said, prove foundational black America. We mean prove. Have you ever heard of the slave trade? That's the proof right there. We were the first commodity on Wall Street. We built the wealth and we physically built this shit. Jeffy baby said, yup, cash. Yeah, we'll take cash. Just like the Indians, the natives got. I just proved it, bro. What do you mean prove? You're saying we weren't here from the beginning of this land? My family was here before there was a United States of America. You get that? Wayne says, hey, I'm Whitey here, and I've been doing more listening and learning. I suggest for more folk to do that just for a few minutes. Shout out to you, Wayne. Victorious one, what it do, homie? Shout out to Wayne, though, man. You know, that's what we need to do. Because I'm not on here telling no lies, dog. And I know sometimes the truth hurts. And the truth seems strange and it seems, you know, fucked up. But it is what it is. Grizo said Israel gets free money every year, but reparations is bad. I just went through that whole thing, man. Listen, these races would rather Ukraine get the money. They would rather Israel get the money than to see their black brothers get what they owe. This is why we keep talking about slavery. This is why we keep talking about the past, because it's never been made right. And y'all tell us, shh, shut the fuck up. We know we didn't make it right, but we just want you to shut the fuck up. Doesn't work like that, y'all. It just doesn't work like that. You dig? SL said, how much you want, buddy? I told you we're gonna start at 20 trillion. Start at 20 trillion. Then we're gonna go over to the other countries that had something to do with slavery. You dig? And we're gonna get at them too. You dig? Kareem Biggs said, this is what I like now. You talking with proof. Yeah, everything I said was with proof, homie. Hey. But look, I might come on later on. I'm going to the grocery store. I'm about to cook out for the family. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, get something nice to eat, man. We're gonna have a nice Sunday at the house. I might, here she go with that. We were all slaves at one point. Shut the fuck up. I might come back and chop it up with y'all later on, you dig? I got another topic that I want to touch on. It does have to do with Charlie Kirk, though, because we're going to eat off Charlie Kirk all goddamn month, man. You dig? All month we gonna be feasting off this good content. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want to follow the Instagram, go to _TV. Anybody that wants to debate, go on my Instagram and hit my inbox. because soon I'm gonna be bringing people on the show. You dig? So, boom. Might see y'all later on. Peace.